What it do, y'all? This your boy King here, the Great, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button for me. So, I want to talk about Tony Yayo's debut album, also the Predicate Felon. And it's a dope record. It is actually a real dope record. But see, there's two things that played a role. Number one, Yayo was in prison. When he got out of prison, he still was on probation in a way. He couldn't really tour. So if you look at a lot of those G Unit shows from that period, he wasn't on there because he was on paper. So he couldn't really hit the different tour sites to promote the album like he did. 50, he had to carry a lot of the legwork. And another thing too is it came out around a time where Game had full momentum. He was able to control the narrative of Tony Yayo, I bet you 10 G's you flop. And that played a role into also with 50, because 50 at the time was going at a lot of people's favorites. So everybody wanted to see G Unit fail. When he started going at Nas, when he started going at Jadakiss and Fat Joe, people who are considered beloved within the culture, it's where he started alienating himself. And in return, a lot of people in his crew suffered. And Game was able to, at the time, speak for the streets. And let's keep it funky too. That Candy Shop record was garbage. And the G Unit album started following that formula. Now, So Seductive was pretty good. I like the energy that brought. See, this is what makes Tony Yayo dope in a way. He has his own voice. His energy compensate for a lot of his lyrical ability. And this joint has some bangers up here. So Seductive, Drama Setter with Eminem produced with Obi Trice. We Don't Give a F. 50 went off on that joint. And the production on there was crazy. The beat was crazy on that one. Tattletailer, when he went at Fat Joe. This around the time when the G Unit Terror Squad beat was at his apex. I mean, it had his records. The Big Homie Cocaine was on there. I didn't really like the Joe record. The Joe record, it seemed a bit forced to me. But Pimpin' was dope. Pimpin' and I Know You Love Me. Those two records were dope. But it came out around the time where Game was able to shift the narrative. And see, this is where sales play more of a role than art. And unfortunately, this album was looked upon as a brick. We didn't even focus more so on if the album was good at that time. Everybody was joking on, the game predicted that Tony Yayo was going to flop, and it did. Nobody really talked about the album, but they more so talked about the album sales. And I blame 50 for that also, because he changed the narrative to where sales was more of a focus point than ever. Like, when he started reading niggas' sound scans on radio, that's when you know it's turning to something else. So everybody wanted to see the bully fail. And with this project here not doing what it did, they wanted to see anything that 50 dropped, because he became arrogant. He became real arrogant, and therefore that arrogance led to him isolating a lot of his peers and a lot of fans as well. And over the years after this, things were self-destruct. No pun intended. But this album was dope, man. I mean, it had a few songs that could have been left on the cutting floor, but it was good for a G Unit release. He couldn't get the press like he wanted to, and plus, people were slowly turning away from G Unit. So those are two of the biggest factors to why this album was either overlooked or didn't do what it did. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's King Eric signing out. Subscribe, hit the like button, holla.